Hello everyone, my name is Michael Hoy and I'm the social media coordinator and fund development specialist here at the Diocese of Youngstown, and we are on video 4. Video 4 is going to go over applications and QR codes, something that'll be very helpful on flyers and social media. We're also going to be diving a little bit into the AI capability in Canva, as well as just going over the apps tool. So stay tuned. Before showing you QR codes, right now I just want to go into the apps, just show you a little bit about this section. So if you go over to the left side of your screen in the tool section, we have all the familiar tools now. We get design, elements, text, brand, uploads, draw, projects, apps, and this is where we're going to be talking today. And we have, I believe this down here is just going to be something that you've opened up in the past and that they're just suggesting to you. So these are two apps down here. I believe this may also be an app. But right now, let's go into the app. So just click on the apps icon and it should open up something like this. And one thing to take into consideration is Canva is always updating this. So there will be different apps probably from the time you're watching this. Some of them are still experimental and they're in that stage in Canva. They're in the experimental stage. So there is quite a lot to go through, and I am not going to touch on probably 99% of them. I'm going to show you the ones I use a lot of, and it's really just the one, which is the QR codes. This is how you obtain QR codes. But first, I just want to go through what we're kind of looking at. So we have Popular. Popular might be a good section to look under, just because it's a good chance that they are for free. So some of these do cost a bit, and they might give the language, it costs a credit, or just don't buy anything unless you want to. Be careful and mindful of that. But here we have mockups. I don't really use mockups, but it seems like a very interesting tool. If you were looking to buy merch, if you were looking to maybe have a certain design, maybe you want this computer to be in it. And once again, these mockups are frames. So that's how they appear to be. I haven't really used this before, but if I go under uploads and I have a picture like this, now this is a vertical picture, so it's not going to be great. Oh, the image is not found. Let me try another one here. Okay, so this is a good reminder that Canva hiccups, and what that means is it hiccups. It has bugs, glitches, whatever. Press F5. F5 is one of your greatest tools in refreshing the program and just letting it get back to normal. Most of the time it works. F5 works most of the time. So let's go back into uploads here. Let's pull in a picture again, and it's working fine. So just another example of Canva bugging out a little bit. Sometimes when you leave it open for a really long time, it tends to bug, and it's literally the next morning. So that was probably the case. I just had to hit refresh. So we added in a photo here, and it's actually not, oh, it is. Okay. So I wasn't aware of that. Unlike frames, you're not going to get a preview when you put your picture over it. I guess you just drop it in for the mockup and it comes up like that. Now, in terms of editing, it's similar to frames where you double click, and I'm learning this just as I'm learning with you. But when you double click, it actually pops up with this over here. And I'm guessing that you can just crop it however you want by dragging the diagonals. And I'll do that and this. You could just drag it downwards. Now you could also probably hit fit and fill. Okay, so fit will just fit the entire picture no matter what. Fill will fill the entire area it needs to fill. And there's also smart crop, alignment, flip, and so on. We can apply changes. And as you can see here, it applied that change. And now the entire screen for this mock-up computer is being covered. So let's go back into the apps. And once again, this is going to be a very short video. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So Popular, you might also see the QR code. We're going to get into that in a second. There's Image Upscaler, which is if you have an image, it's a little bit blurry, you could possibly use that if it's for free to upscale your image. There's also there's a lot of artificial intelligence here. A lot of it I have not played with. I don't know what this is. I'm not quite sure what a lot of these are. Enhancer, once again, just another image upscaler. There's also, this appears to be someone, if you want to make a video, and I don't recommend this, you can have a robotic artificial intelligence person, and you can get the visual of them talking, and you can also get the voice that comes from AI as well. We're not going to go into that. And there's a ton of other options. It depends on whether they charge you or not if you want to use it. So they also have apps like this down here. This is called DALLE. Click on it. You can open. Once again, be wary that some of these cost money. And this is a sort of a AI tool where you can get a very, well, not a very, well, I guess you could ask for a very specific picture. They're giving me an example here. If you were to type in a bowl of soup that is also a portal to another dimension, comma, digital art. So you're basically telling it what you would like to see. I don't recommend this for making flyers, social media, especially if you're a nonprofit, for a church, parish, for the diocese, so on. I don't use this. However, is it fun to use? Yeah. Is it fun that it is an available option on Canva? Sure. Do I recommend it? No. I don't recommend it for making flyers, social media. But once again, I want to show you what's in the apps. So the question of the day is, how do you develop a QR code? How do you make one? So there is a lot of options for QR codes. I'm going to type in the search Canva app section, we're going to type in QR code. And as you can see, there's a lot of options, a ton of options, and you can go through all of them. Feel free to go through every single option if you wish. Just remember, some of them actually might cost money. Some of them might ask you to register or sign up, and that is completely on you whether you would like to do that or not. I'm just going to show you the very basic QR code right here. This right here, this app is just simply called QR code. And I know for a fact this one is for free. And I'm sure some of them are also for free and they have other features to them. But I'm just going to show you this QR code. So you want to click on the QR code app. And right here, it's going to ask you for the URL. So we're quickly going to go on to doy.org. Click on that. So whatever website you want to lead potential donors to, or registrants and so on, or parishioners, you can go to your website you want to use and go up to here, and this is called a URL. This entire thing is called a URL. I can't really tell you what it stands for. I'm sure it's somewhere in my head, but right now I can't think of the actual what it stands for. So if you highlight this entire thing, and if you right click and press copy, and they're even showing you there's a shortcut on your keyboard, Control C, and then to paste it, it's Control V. But right now we're doing Control C, or we're right clicking it and we're hitting copy. We're going back into the tab, and we're going over to this URL, and we're going to enter that. And you can either hit Control V, or you can right click and hit paste. Once you have that in there, you have the options to customize it. So if you want to further go into it, you can customize the background color, and you can customize the foreground color. Right now we're going to leave it white, and we're going to leave it black. The margin, I'll show you in a second as we generate the code. So we're just going to generate it. And there is our QR code. And if you were to scan that with your phone right now or your device, it will actually take you to this DOY/appeal website. So the margin is this area of this white border, essentially. So right now I'm just going to use the same URL. I'm going to turn the margin to 0. And just to show off other features, I'm going to change the background color to black. And instead of the foreground color, which is this black area, I'm going to change that to white. So I'm going to switch it around a little bit. And it's also going to be on 0 for the margin. So update the code. And as you can see, there's absolutely no white space. There's no white border on the sides. And instead, it's the reverse color-wise. So once again, background color, I'll change it red. And I'll leave this white. And I'll increase the margin if I really wanted to. Not that I really do that. And I'll update it. And as you can see, there's a bigger margin because I told it to go up to 4. And so there's a 4 size margin. And the code is now white instead of black. So that is how simple it is to make a QR code. And the only other thing I wanted to show was just more AI capability. I don't believe there's much more to show for that because I don't think I've really looked through here, but I would just say to practice this, go to this app section, go through all the stuff it offers. You can go to Discover. You can click on either AI powered or whether you want to create something new or discover content from. There's a lot of things here that you can use, and I'm sure that it is free. And it looks like they even have an option for pictures. So because this video is so short, I'm just going to quickly mess around with this, and I'm just going to grab here Pope Pius X. I'm going to go back to apps, and I'm just kind of curious about this. I'm going to see exactly what it's doing. So it says convert images to editable SVGs easily. For those that don't know, SVGs are really good formats because there's like JPEG, there's PNG, and so on and so forth. SVG, it's really good for logos. It's really good for if you're using anything on a web page, or sometimes other parties ask you for SVGs. But let's see what this does real fast. Trace selected image. It's going to ask you to play around with the threshold. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to put it on 80. 80 sounds like a good number. Or 81. Oh, okay. So you let go, and then it'll play with the threshold even more. You see, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. So you have to kind of play around with it. I'm just going to accept this one just to see what it does here. And I guess it just gives you a tracing. So that has to be one of the most useless tools in Canva, in my opinion. Let's go back to apps, see what else we could find. So I didn't like that one. It looks like you could also generate high quality voiceovers with AI. Once again, it might cost you. Crop photos the way you like. Let's try that one as a last example. We'll open this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but apparently you can make an intricate shape and crop it, and Canva will crop that shape like that. Add the design, and you can put that picture up here. It's quite limitless. The app section is quite limitless what you could do. I don't know why you would need to do that or have that option, but if it's useful to you, you can use it. In the next video, I will be showing you how to save your content, export documents for flyers, social media, and so on. Because right now, your creation is in Canva, but we need to learn how to export it. We need to learn how to save it. We need to learn how to save it, for what reasons, and for what formats, because we have JPEGs, PNGs, we have PDFs. So I just want to go over that in the next video. But also in the next video, we're going to just be simply recapping and as well as giving an example of a flyer in real time. So I will be making a flyer in real time. I will be saving it. I will talk about the saving features. It's going to be a longer video, but it's going to be extremely helpful. So this is video 4. It's a shorter video, I believe. It's really just talking about the QR codes and the AI and all that type of stuff. But the next video is very important. So congratulations for getting to video 4. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Leave a comment, suggestions, or any type of questions you may have that I can answer here in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and God bless.